We all make excuses in our lives. We rationalize why we can't do something. I'm too busy. I don't have enough education. I'm not talented enough. No one will be interested in what I have to say. We come up with these excuses instead of diving deeper into the real reason we aren't taking action on something. Excuses are an easy solution to get out of doing something. The problem, though, with excuses is that if you use them enough, you will begin to believe they are true. Your thoughts then become your words become your actions, and your actions become the habits that keep you from ever moving forward. In this video, I am calling out 3 big excuses I hear most from aspiring entrepreneurs that are keeping them stuck and ultimately sabotaging their success. Don't miss this. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I offer blogging tips and tutorials for new and growing female entrepreneurs. If this sounds like something you'd like, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell so you never miss any of the videos I post on my channel each and every week. Real quick, before we dive into the 3 excuses that are keeping you stuck and sabotaging your success, I want to let you know that I am holding a free 5-day business blogging challenge taking place March 15th through the 19th. It's going to be a live interactive challenge where I'm going to be offering free coaching and feedback. So if you are interested in this, make sure that you sign up at thecreativeimpact.com/free challenge. I'll also put a link in the description below. All right, let's jump right into the 3 big excuses that will keep you stuck and sabotage your success. Excuse number 1, I don't have enough time. How often are you saying this? Be honest. I'm definitely guilty of uttering these words many times in the past, but I have slowly come to recognize this phrase for what it truly is, which is an excuse. I know you're busy and juggling a lot. We all are. But if you really, really want to do something, I assure you, you will find the time. So what is really going on when we use this excuse? It's not that you don't have enough time. It's that you don't have the desire to give something up in your life to get the time to do something else. So if you want something bad enough, you're going to make the time for it at the expense of something else that you are going to then deem less important. There is always a trade-off. So for example, if you want to watch a few hours of TV each night or sleep in on the weekends, they're fine choices. There's no judgment here. But know that the amount of time you have depends on the choices that you make. We always find time for what we want the most. For some, that may look like working out for 2 hours a day. For others, it may be scrolling social media throughout the day, or watching Netflix every night, or waking up early each day to work on a side business before your kids get up. You are absolutely free to choose how you spend your time. But you also have to take responsibility for those choices. There are tons of successful entrepreneurs out there who are building their business while working full-time jobs, while raising kids, while being active in their community. There's thousands of books published every year by incredibly busy individuals with corporate jobs and families of their own. So how are they doing it? What is their secret? The secret is that successful people are extremely intentional with their time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but it's how we use our time that determines our ability to accomplish our goals. If you find yourself using the excuse, I don't have enough time, I want you to replace it with the phrase, this is not a priority for me. If the thing or the person or the goal that you are saying you don't have time for is truly not a priority, then you're going to be able to move on quickly. But if they are a priority or your goal is a priority, this statement is going to sting and it's going to put things into perspective really fast. So if this is the case, it's going to make it easier to make the choices that will help you move forward towards your goals. And if you're struggling with time, don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out for support. Work out a schedule with your spouse to make dinner on certain nights each week, or hire a babysitter or a house cleaner to free up a few hours during the week so you can work on your goals and work distraction free. And remember, if it is truly a priority to you, you will find the time for it. All right, excuse number 2, it costs too much. This is probably the most used excuse out there, and it literally costs so many entrepreneurs their dreams, their success, and ultimately money. Successful entrepreneurs know that there is a big difference between spending money, cost, and investing. So, what's the difference between a cost and an investment? A cost is simply spending money, time, or resources. An investment is spending that has a strong possibility of return. Now, successful entrepreneurs know that they need to invest in themselves and their business in order to grow. No matter what type of business you want to start, whether it's an online or a brick and mortar business, you need to invest money into it, period. End of story. When you invest in yourself and your business, you are putting money into something that offers potential profitable returns. Now, I'm not saying that you should be throwing money to the wind, but so many aspiring entrepreneurs expect that they can start and grow a profitable business without investing any money. And those that think that are in for a really rough journey that's going to get them nowhere fast. So, what is really going on with this excuse? Well, money equals security, right? And as soon as you invest money in something, things get real quick. You are putting skin into the game and putting yourself out there when you invest in yourself. So now you're out of that comfort zone, you're committed to taking action and working toward your goal. And that can be scary to a lot of people. And this is where your underlying fears of judgment, failure, success, whatever it may be, take hold and the money excuse surfaces. I'm going to use myself as an example because I definitely used the money excuse when I was first starting out. So when I felt ready to grow my first blog in the pairing space into a business, I tried to do it all on my own. I Googled everything. I watched all the YouTube videos, but I wasn't growing and I was wasting a ton of time. I decided to attend a free webinar hosted by a blogger that I had learned things from on YouTube. I watched this workshop. I agreed with everything she said throughout the workshop. And by the end, I was ready to sign up for her course. But as soon as I saw the price, I told myself, no way, I simply couldn't afford it. And I went back to unsuccessfully piecing information together that I found on the internet. Then several months and quite a few failed attempts to find the right blogging platform and strategies later, I got an invitation to the same workshop and I attended, and this time I clicked purchase. I felt like I was going to throw up. I instantly wondered if I had made a mistake. But then I opened the course and I saw what I was getting. I saw what I needed was laid out for me step by step from a trusted source, and I got excited. Making the decision to invest in that course allowed me to speed up the entire process and in turn helped me start making money a lot faster than I ever would on my own. That $300 investment I was terrified to make has earned me hundreds of thousands of dollars over time and has allowed me to stay home with my kids. So was it worth it? 100%. And I didn't stop there. I began to see the value in investing in myself, and the amount I invested in myself and my business grew as I grew. The next step was $1,000 course with a group coaching program that I was really excited to join, but it still made me feel like I wanted to throw up when I hit the purchase button. And this past year, I invested 5 figures into a coaching program to help me take my business to the next level. Now, that was a whole new level of fear. If you would have told me I would have done that a few short years ago, I would have thought you were absolutely crazy. But what allowed me to do this was my mindset shift. I wasn't spending 5 figures that I would never see again. I was investing it into my business so that I could get a return that doubled, tripled, or even quadrupled my original investment. Successful entrepreneurs know the difference between cost and investing. If you don't invest in yourself and your business, you will never have a successful business. So if you are using money as an excuse to keep you stuck in the same place, I want you to think about this. Instead of saying, what is the cost? I want you to ask, what is the return on investment? Okay, now before you start screaming at the screen that you would gladly invest in your business if you had the money, but you just simply can't afford it, I want to dive into that statement real quick. Saying you can't afford it is just another money story that you are telling yourself. It's another excuse. Again, if you want it badly enough, you will find a way. You can ask yourself, how could you afford it? You could take out a business loan or work out a loan from your family. You could use your tax refund. You could sell stuff in your house you no longer need or want. The coach that I invested 5 figures in was on food stamps when she was trying to start up her business. And she ended up selling things in her house and got an older car to get the money to invest in her business. And now she has a business that has generated over $1 million in sales. When I invested that first $300, I decided to stop eating out at restaurants for a while, and I used the cash from my cashback credit card for the investment. When I started investing more in my business, we cut back on other things like renting a beachfront vacation house one year and buying a used car instead of a new one. So I'll say it one more time. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. Plus, actually investing in yourself comes with a benefit, because if you are actually putting money into something, you are going to work so much harder to get a return on your investment than if it was for free, right? And this builds momentum and then eventually success. So if you are using the excuse, I cannot afford it, I want you to replace this phrase in your head with, how can I afford it? Brainstorm a bunch of ideas, pick one, and then get to work. Okay, and lastly, excuse number 3, I'm not ready or I'll do it later. So here's a quick riddle for you. 5 green frogs are sitting on a log and 4 decide to jump off. How many are left? Take a guess. Most people will say 1, but that would be wrong. The answer is actually 5, because deciding to do something is not the same as actually doing it, right? If you find yourself dreaming of starting and or growing a blog or a business, but you keep procrastinating or coming up with excuses, this riddle will ring true for you. So you might be saying, I'm not ready to start a blog because I don't know enough, or I will take that course later when I'm less busy, or I'll start when I'm more confident with website technology. Jim Rohn, a motivational speaker and entrepreneur, described how people fall prey to what he coined the law of diminishing intent, which basically states that the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds are that you will never actually do it. Let that sink in for a minute, okay? So what is really going on when we use the excuse that we're not ready or we'll do it later? Well, change is hard. So we actively cling to the status quo. We resist change that moves us forward sometimes. You may not feel like you know enough or you aren't qualified. You might be worried about failing or being judged. But the hard truth is you have to do the things you've never done to get the results you've never had. You're never going to get much done in life if you wait until you are ready. You're never going to be fully prepared to do things that feel scary or uncomfortable to you. So the key to success is truly starting before you are ready. Replace this excuse with messy action. Start taking messy action and fail forward, because the longer you wait to take action, the less likely you are to ever take action. That's just the harsh truth. I've made a ton of mistakes in my entrepreneurial journey, but messy action creates momentum, and I continually learn from my mistakes and I keep moving forward to my goal. That's how I work my business. So if this is your excuse, I want you to think about, what is one thing that you can do today to move you closer to your goal? If you've been putting off starting a blog, here is today's task for you. I want you to set up your blog. It's only going to take you 15 minutes, and I have a video that's going to show you exactly how to do it. All right, I have given you 3 big excuses that are keeping you stuck. Are you ready to let go of the excuses that are keeping you small and sabotaging your success? You can do this, and you will need to if you want to achieve the goals you set for yourself. So I'd love to know, which excuse are you ready to leave behind to move forward? What actions will you take to get one step closer to your goal today? Share it in the comments below. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and it inspires you to take some massive, messy action. Please like this video if you like it. Share it with anyone you think could benefit from it. And if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for my free 5-day challenge that is taking place March 15th through the 19th. There's a link below, but you can also get to it by going to thecreativeimpact.com/free challenge. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.